Okay, actually, before I go home, I'm going to go to, as long as we're talking, well, we weren't talking cars, but we were in the car wash. I just had my car washed. I'm going to go over to AutoZone, just ate McDonald's, because I needed something to eat. And do you know how Big Mac was the cheapest thing? Not that I was trying to go cheap, but I had a taste for a Big Mac. It was fucking almost $8 for a Big Mac meal. I'm like, what the hell? And I got a shake instead of a soda, and it came to like $10. I'm like, oh my god. McDonald's was always my go-to for a cheap meal. But, and that's the one thing about having diabetes. When you start going a little low, you can get yourself a little treat. So, but I'm going to go to AutoZone. Yeah, it's that way. And I'm going to get something called Catacleaner. I think it's called Catacleaner. Because my check engine light is on. And I forget what video I talked about. I failed the emissions test twice. Well, in my videos that I did my organization of my house, because I'm going to be moving. So if you want to check those videos out, look in my playlist for organization ideas. And anyway, I was showing my my code reader for my car, because I was trying to clear all my codes before I went to the emissions test. Well, it didn't work because I thought I'd get away with something and I didn't. Wait, let me pick a spot. Because those are all not plowed from snow. They're full of snow. So anyway, oh, now I'm facing. So I tried to do my code reader to clear all my codes before I went to emissions so I could pass, but I didn't pass. I failed twice. So anyway, but I got a hardship extension. Sorry, excuse me. And so my check engine light is still on. I did get the extension because of hardship. However, I have another year to get my car fixed. But this cat cleaner might turn off the check engine light. So I'm going to try that. But you have to be like almost empty with gas. So I am. And I kept forgetting. And I kept refilling my car. And I'm like, oh shit. So now I'm almost empty. So as long as I'm out, I'm going to go get this cat cleaner. And I'll show it to you. And I'll let you know if it works. Because I don't think there's anything wrong with my catalytic converter. But if it could turn off my check engine light, then what I'll do is I'll take my code reader and see if I still come up with the, you know, the misfires, all the misfires that my car has. My car's had misfires for like 2 fucking years. And the check engine light came on after I went through a car wash a week after I bought it. And it was the car wash that did it, I know. And with all those misfires, my car would not be driving with as many misfires as I have. So I'm going to try this to see if my check engine light goes off. And then I'm going to do the code reader again to see if I have less codes. And then maybe I will go back to the emissions place and see if I pass. And if I don't, you can have 2 fails. So this year I've only had 1 fail. Last year I had a fail. However, I already got my sticker for my license plate. Luckily, somehow. I think because of COVID, it was all messed up. So I kind of skated through a whole year of not getting my car fixed. So when I went this year, I was trying to do it again. You know, I paid the check before I went for the emissions, but they caught on. So I didn't get away with it again this year. I tried to pay the sticker, and they're like, you can't pay the sticker till you get your car fixed. So I had to go to emissions, and I had to fail. I'm like, go ahead, just fail me. Just, come on, let's get it over with. Fail me at emissions. So, I had to go and get either someone to check my car over, which would have cost almost $200 for various places. And no one wants to deal with an Audi. But they would run a check on my car for like $200. And then I would have to submit that as a hardship that I can't pay that. And that was just only a diagnostic, not to fix the car. Or you can go to an auto parts store and get a receipt for what the misfires were, because I did have the misfires, because I had the receipt from the emissions, what I failed. Like, get a receipt of what the price would be to possibly fix the misfires. And as long as it's over $200 or $250 or something, then you could say, hey, I can't pay this amount. And mine it came up to like $600. So I did qualify for the hardship. But I thought the hardship's a hardship, because if I can't pay now, I'm not going to pay in a year from now. Like, I'm disabled, I can't work. But you still have another year that you're going to have to try to fix your car. So that's why, first off, excuse me, I'm going to try to see if I can get the misfires removed by doing this cat clean. Sorry. I have talked to people in the auto stores, and I did talk to the my Audi dealer, a dealership, and both the guy at the store, he's like, I don't know if those work. But you know what? You got to think about who you're talking to, because if they work, then I wouldn't buy parts from them. And with the Audi dealership, I was like, well, should I do that? Try it first before I bring the car in? And he's like, well, no, maybe not. I mean, duh, of course he's not going to say I should. And then he's like, well, we have something just like that too, if it is just that. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not stupid. I mean, I'm just going to do it myself for like, what, $20, I think it is, maybe less. So I'm going to try this. And then if this doesn't work, if it doesn't clear up the check engine light and the misfires, then eventually at some point this year, I have all the way till next December, I will probably take my car just to an Audi dealer and have him tell me exactly what's wrong. I mean, I know my car leaks oil, so I don't know if that's the problem, but it's an Audi thing. So I put the Lucas Stop Leaking, and that does help a lot, because my car goes through mega oil. Still around. Let's check my oil while we're here. Oil level. Okay, good. Yeah, so it tells me what my oil is, and I did put the last of my Lucas oil stuff in my car, so it does work. I usually keep the container, and I probably do have it in my car stuff, so I know which stuff I purchased last time, so I know which stuff works. So this Lucas Stop Oil stuff does work, so I haven't had leaks. Now, the guy at Jiffy Lube told me I had 6 leaks, but I don't know, you know, they're not real mechanics. No offense, Jiffy Lube, but I put it in, and I haven't leaked since, obviously. Now, another thing is my car only leaks oil when I'm going over 50 miles per hour. And someone told me there was I forget, I wrote it down what the problem was. And he said the whole engine has to come out to fix that oil leak. So that's something that Audi would have to do. But I need money to get the car fixed. So I'm just gonna, just take it a step at a time. So let me go into this AutoZone and see if they have it, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back in. So I got it. This is the cat clean. I guess I thought it was, I'm looking at it and it says the words look backwards. So I wonder if it looks backwards to you. Maybe it looks forward now, kind of. But anyway, it was actually $27. So it was the most expensive one. He said, it wasn't actually to clean your catalytic converter like the YouTube people said. So I don't know. He said the name was misleading. I don't know. But I'm going to try it. $30 versus taking it to the Audi dealer and having them, you know, use the same stuff but charge me an arm and a leg. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to take the chance to spend the money to see if it'll turn off my check engine light. However, I do have to go down a little bit more of gas. So I do have an appointment next week. So when I get to where I need to be, like at just a quarter tank left in gas, then you have to drive 15 miles. So there's a mall by me that's 15 miles away or so. So I figured I'd go to that mall. And I think I'm in this person's way. Can they get in? Yeah, okay, they can get in. And then I will do a video and let you know how it works. Because if I could fix the misfires for $27, I will be glad. I will probably pray, because things happen when I pray. I had my shower was leaking, the shower head, and it was leaking, and it was spraying water like out of, like over the shower curtain, like onto my makeup bin that I keep over in a wicker bin on top of my toilet. And I was like, oh, I need to get what you call it, the water seal tape, that I used for my pool when I had a pool at my house. Like if the piping leaked, I don't know, I guess it's called water seal tape. I think I'm going to take the shortcut. You tape it around. It keeps water from coming out. And I have some, and I don't feel like getting it out and, getting on a chair and getting up there and doing it. So I prayed to my dad, because he's like my spirit guide or whatever. Can you fix that? Just kind of kiddingly. Well, it stopped leaking. Oh, thanks. Thanks for taking care of that for me. So I'm telling you, it doesn't leak anymore. And it does, but it doesn't leak out over the shower curtain onto all my makeup, my makeup bin. Not that there was really anything in there that couldn't get wet. I guess I could wipe it off, but still, it was annoying. So I would always have to, before I take a shower, remember to move my makeup wicker basket over onto the sink. But yeah, so I just would pray, can you fix that for me? And he'd fix it. So, and it just hasn't leaked since. So that's just how, spirit, even if it wasn't my dad, just spirit works, So I'm going to pray that this works for my car. Because whenever I do pray about something, that really would be hard for me, not that it would have been hard for me to get up there in a chair and stuff and do it, but just I don't have the money to pay to get this car fixed. But the car runs, I know everybody says that, but with the check engine light on, like you would never know. I mean, it's got 107,000 miles on it. And I've driven a lot of cars. I haven't bought a lot of cars, but I've driven a lot of cars. And I know how cars feel. I've kind of been a car person. I sold cars. I sold Oldsmobiles back in the day. Oh, there's my bus company. Hi, guys. So I know how cars handle and everything, and I mean this car drives like a brand new car, and maybe because it's an Audi, I've never had an Audi before, but I am all team Audi. I love it, and I was gonna try to sell it, something told me not to, so I didn't, and I probably shouldn't. I mean, it was a blessing that I got this car to begin with. So anyway, I will keep you updated. I will do a video when I am doing my 15-mile drive to see if maybe you do that to see if the check engine light goes off. So we'll see how this Catacleaner works. All right, I'll let you know. See you later, guys. Hi guys, we're getting ready to drive. I'm gonna try the Catacleaner to see if it removes my check engine light. We'll see. It might not happen today, but we're gonna put it in. But I first have to get my gas gauge down. So hang on. Okay, so I pulled over, and my gas gauge is like right there. So I think I'm gonna get out of my car and put it in, and we'll see what happens. Then I drive 15 miles. I do have to make one stop, but And I was going to go there first, but I think if I take the same route home, I will be doing 15 miles. So let's go put the stuff in. Hang on. Okay, so you just pour it in your gas tank. The whole thing. So that's in there. Oh man, the fumes. Really smells. Okay, it smells like what you call it? Nail polish remover. Whew. It really smells. So now it says drive 15 miles. So I gotta write down where I'm at right now. Okay. Where's my pen? Where's a pen when you need it? It should be right in here. Nope. Alright. Let me look. Now, the one guy on YouTube, he cleared his codes first, but I think he was doing that for some other reason. And technically, I don't think it should matter, because if it does its job... Where the fuck is a pen? If it does its job, it should do its job. Where the fuck is a pen, people? Okay, I found a marker. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so I'm at 26. 26 plus 15. It's like Three Stooges when me and my daughter are doing now. It's 11. 2, 3, 4, 41. So I gotta get to 41. Yeah, 41, okay. So I put this over here. 41. 41 at the end of my mileage. Okay. So so fucking hot in here. This car gets so hot. Oh well, I have it at 81. Okay, that could be the problem. Let me turn it down. Let me open the window. Okay, now they say drive the shit out of it. So we will do that. Alright, check engine light's still on. Stuff's in the tank. Took the mileage down. Let's go. If you go flying, sorry, put on your helmets. It says you really gotta, because it's going through the fuel line. Alright, so let's see. But man, that stuff smelled. It was actually $27, 27 something. And I put in stuff that you put in the gas line before. Ooh. Charlie wants to fly. You got a pep in this. Stop! Charlie! Hang on, Charlie! Charlie bit me. Charlie bit me. Did you ever see that? Is this show? I don't know. It's on TV or something. Okay. Charlie bit me. Whoa! Okay, you weren't flying. They said beat the shit out of it. Did you have your seatbelts on? Did you have your helmets on? Alright. Alright. Okay. Charlie's fast. Charlie's fast. I think I gave him a little bit too much sugar. Harbor flirt. Okay. Alright, so, well, that's what they said to do. They said to get it done. Get it in the system. Drive the shit out of it. Just what they say. Oh, it's so hot. This coat. It's for 20 below. It's supposed to be 50 today. I was trying to hang on to you people. Hope you didn't hurt anything. Whoa, Charlie. Slow down, Charlie. We're only doing like 42. Orland cops, okay, they're the bad. They're not good. I went on a date with an Orland cop once. It wasn't good. Wasn't good. Shouldn't put on the internet. Okay, so I think Charlie, that's my car's name. I think he likes that stuff in the gas tank. Yeah, I put some Lucas fuel injection cleaner in it before because I was having a little white smoke coming out the back. A little embarrassing going through the Popeyes drive-thru, smoke coming out all over. But my car runs fine. I've had the check engine light on for 2 years, but the car runs fine. Yeah, well, I can't really run the shit out of it in the suburbs on a busy street. I gotta wait till I can speed up. So I'm trying to push the gas to get it all going. Get it all in there, get it all going. Because otherwise, I got to bring it over here. Here's the Jaguar, the Land Rover, Cadillac. I think it was. The Audi dealer is over here. This is where I'm going to have to bring it. If this doesn't fix the problem. Because I failed the missions. Oh, yeah, Mercedes-Benz. They're all over here. Yeah, here, there's Cadillac. Of me. Whoa. Charlie's fat. Well, if I get pulled over, I'm just going to show him the bottle and just say, hey, that's what the guy on YouTube said. I got to get it going through the gas tank, officer. Let's see, where's the auto dealer? So I know where I'm going. Infinity. Porsche. Who's got money? Who's got money to buy these cars? That's what I want to know. Can I date them? Yeah, so I just got to get to, I was at 26, so I got to get at 41. That'll be 15 miles. Then, because today's supposed to be 50 degrees here in Chicagoland. So I'm going to, when it gets warmer, because it's not quite that yet. What is it? Still fucking 33 degrees. It's cold out. So then I'm going to get my code reader. I'm going to check the codes, erase the codes. My car hates when I erase the codes. It runs real rough after that. Because the whole computer thing. It's like it has to reboot itself like a computer. So, which I was a little afraid to do because I got to go in the hood tomorrow to go to the doctor's. I go in the hood, all the way in the hood. So I don't want to break down. I think this is where I turn. So, oh, that's not where I turn. Sorry, people. Can get back over. Don't mind me. So, maybe I won't do the code. Well, today's 50 though. I gotta do it today. Because then the storm's coming again. Crazy weather here in Chicago. We're in the Midwest. So anyway, be safe, people. I'm going to try to beat the shit out of this if I can. Go fast, go slow. You know, that's what this says to do. I got to get it through the gas tank. Gas line, rather. And I'll be back with you. And we'll see if the light goes off. See you soon. I think I broke my car. I got a flat tire. I know what happened. I gotta go to Jube and get air in my I broke my tire. I bit the shit out of it and I broke my tire. Oh no. Yeah, so I'm driving. I'm almost home and I'm at 42. So when I think my car eats up gas, and maybe it's doing its job because my gas gauge has, I mean, it's moved, but hardly any. So maybe it needs this cleaner because maybe it's going to run better on gas. That would be a good thing. I mean, I don't go anywhere, so I don't fill it up. But when I go on the highway and go by my daughter, it eats a lot of gas. But I'm going about 30 miles away, I think. So round trip, it takes, I think, a quarter tank to go there and back, or a quarter one way. I forget. I don't know. But it takes a lot of gas. Wastes a lot of gas to go there and back. So yeah, and I've gone about 30 miles, right? Because I've gone 15 and I went about 12 there. I don't know. Maybe this helps with the gas mileage. It's cleaning out the fuel line, so I would assume it's going to help with the gas mileage also. So that would be nice. Now my check engine light is still on, but I expect that because I have to clear the codes. But it's still 36 fucking degrees. It was supposed to be 50 today. So I think I'm going to wait and clear the codes another day. Because like I said, I got to go in the hood tomorrow. And I just don't want to break down. Because my car runs really rough when I start messing with the code reader. So I'll be back when I do clear the codes, and I'll see if the run it a little bit and see if the check engine light comes back on. So I may have a different shirt on, different coat on, whatever, when I see you again. But we'll see if this Catacleaner works. All right, see you soon. Okay, so I'm in my car. I just cleared the codes. So my check engine light went off. And I don't know if you could hear it, but my car is running really rough. Let me pull forward for a second. Let me go back. I gotta lock my dogs up if I'm gonna drive it. Maybe I probably should go out and take it for a ride. Okay, the check engine light is off. Codes are cleared. Let me go take it for a ride. So I don't know if you could hear my car. It's running really rough. Let's see. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh, fuck. The check engine light's back on already. It said it didn't have any missed codes, though. When I read the codes, I said, read the codes. It didn't give any. It said there's no codes. I don't know if you could hear it or if you could see me shaking. But it always does this when I clear the codes. I have to push the gas because I have to get the engine running for it to recalculate in the computer system. Sorry. I think I'm switching gears. came back on. See, this is why I didn't want to do it when I go to the city tomorrow. Well, into the bad part of the city. Because I didn't want to break down. But I mean, I've never broken down when it acts like this. But I figured I'd drive now to go to my P.O. box. And I'm going to need gas soon. Fuck, the check engine light came back on. It did say that sometimes you need 2 bottles of that stuff, but I'm not going to buy another bottle. Because the interesting thing was, it found no missed codes. Now, I think my check engine light came on because it came on right after I went through a drive-through. Like 2 weeks after I got the car, I went through a really powerful, like where I did the undercarriage and everything drive-through. And I did read on a Audi, like, I don't know, soundboard or whatever they're called, chat board. Fuck. That can happen, like it can mess up something, and it could hit something, mess up something. I know I'm not making any sense. You could do something, and then that can cause the check engine light to come on. So yeah, usually I just gotta run the engine hard. Until it recalculates with the computer. Which, I'm like in a neighborhood, so I can't really go fast. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if it gets back to normal rhythm after I get back home. So hang on. Okay, so I don't sorry, just put hand sanitizer on. I can't breathe now. So I don't know if you could hear it, but it's getting better. So my check engine light's still on, but it didn't say I had any bad codes, so I don't know what that means. I guess supposedly, I know I go through a lot of oil, and I guess I got an oil leak, so I don't know if that could cause the check engine light to come on. But I've used in my oil, when I put oil in, I use the Lucas Stop Oil Leak jar, and that works. That stops my oil from leaking. However, yeah, my car is getting better now. I'm not shaking right this minute. It's jiggling a little. Okay, it's shaking again. But you know, my oil doesn't go down. Now, my oil really only leaks when I'm going over 50, which I forget what it's called, but I guess I gotta take the whole engine out to fix it. Someone told me, I don't know. But, so I try not to go over 50. Although I've been flooring it here and there, because that's what you had to do with the Catacleaner in there. But okay, my car's smoothing out now. It's not making that noise anymore. I think the computer system is rebooting. So, you know, didn't solve the check engine light. Now I guess I can go to Pet Boys, or is it Pet Boys, or AutoZone, or one of those places. They can do their code reader. So I might do that just to see if they pick up on any codes, because mine didn't say it had any. I said, read the codes, and it said that it didn't have any codes. So, because when I went to emissions, I had about 13 codes. Now, my car probably wouldn't run with that many friggin' misfire codes. That's what I think. But if you know anything else about Audis, if you want to leave in the comments below anything else I can try, because otherwise I'm going to have to suck it up and bring it to Audi and pay $200 for them to do a diagnostic on my car. And, you know, if it costs too much to fix, I'm still not going to fix it because I don't have the money to fix it. And now CarMax, is it CarMax? Wanted to buy my car for a little more than I owe, but I love my car and I kind of need a car. And then to buy a car, just like to buy a house these days, is too expensive. I mean, yeah, you can make money selling your house, you can make money selling your car, but what the hell are you going to buy? You can't buy nothing these days. It's all too fucking expensive. So, unless the dealership does a payment plan. Now, there's a dealer that, an auto repair place that does do a payment plan, but I guess they're shysters. I've read the reviews. But I guess that's how they get you. You know? You're gonna fuck around and charge your arm and a leg because they'll do payments on you. Okay. I hope I don't hit her car. She's got a Volvo. Volvo versus Audi. Who's gonna win? So if you have any other suggestions about what I could check, what I can put in my car, you know, for the check engine light. Or if you know about cars, could it be that I have an oil leak? Could that be? And I could check where the O2 sensor is. I tried to check that on my code reader, but it said it didn't, I couldn't read that for some reason. I guess my car wasn't equipped. I don't know what happened. But I know there's a oxygen sensor on the top in my engine that I could easily take out and replace. And I argued with the guy at Midas or whatever. I went to the wrong place. And because I was going to do it myself. And he's like, no, it's under the car. But I was like, no, I already saw where it was. It's on top of the car engine. I could take that off the bill. I could redo that myself. Well, we argued, but I thought he's the mechanic. He knows better than me. So maybe there's one underneath the car. But I was talking about the one on top of the car. And then I think he replaced the one that's right in front. In front of the car. Like right, we open the hood, it's right there. You just take it out. I saw on YouTube. I replaced the PVC pipe. PVC valve, rather. The cap thing. That was easy. He was mad I took that off the bill. And I think the motherfuckers crazy glued it closed because it did not come off like the YouTube video. We had to fucking pry that motherfucker off. A good thing I didn't break the cap. And I saw glue. I saw glue around the rim on one little piece. Motherfuckers probably glued it closed on me because they were pissed. Because I ain't stupid, you know. And now I could have just done, if I had the right tool, the magnetic crank tool, I could have done the spark plugs. Now I know how to do it. So easy on my car. I could have replaced those. I had that done. So I had like $700 worth of work done on the car. And that wasn't even that long ago. Like, I don't know, a year and a half ago. So it's still running rough. It's idling rough. Doesn't run rough. But, so I guess the Catacleaner, oh, it's in the house now, does not turn off the check engine light. Although the guy said you could have to use 2. But I tried it, failed, end of story. Just so you know. And now I do have 107,000 miles on my car. don't run like that. It runs like a brand new car. So, and I've driven lots of cars. So, wait, now the check engine light is blinking. What are you thinking about it? Are you thinking about it? Uh-oh, could that be a bad sign? If it's blinking. It's never blinked before. Okay, well, all right. Oh, now it's stopped blinking. Maybe it's thinking about it. If it goes off, I'll let you guys know. But it didn't. So, see you later. Hi guys. This is another day, the second day. I'm going to the doctor's and my car's not jiggling. It's not making such a noise. The check engine light is not blinking. I figured I'd come back on because just in case any of you cared or were worried, because I guess that could be a really bad sign. But I also, because it showed no codes, and I forgot to put lipstick on today, but you know, you wear the mask, so I was just wasting my lipstick, I guess. I guess with the no codes, it can mean that you don't have a problem with your engine. But I also read that it could be a short fuse in the light that clicks on the check engine light, you know? So what the fuck, you know what I mean? I could take it to a place and they could be like, oh, you need a whole new catalytic converter. And they could just be lying, but really it's some fuse that is shorting with the check engine light. I read something about that. So I prayed last night. My channel is about At Heaven's Door, so I am very spiritual. So I prayed, and there was a full moon last night, and I think there was a full moon the night before, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, sorry, my alarm's going off to leave for the doctor's. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know, in case anyone was worried, my car didn't blow up. It started like a charm. My car runs like a charm, knock on wood, anywhere there's wood in this car. And it's going good. So I also did listen to a guy again who used this. His check engine light did go off, although he only had 79,000 miles on his car, a Toyota or something. I have 107. And I did read that sometimes you have to drive it for like 100 miles or whatever. And I had mentioned in the initial start of this video that sometimes you have to use 2 bottles. And they do recommend that you use it, you know, like every so often, every like $3,000. Every 3,000 miles, you know, kind of like people get their oil changed every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. Which I don't even drive this car. I've had it for like 2 years, and I've only driven it 3,000 miles. No, I've had it for like almost 2.5 years, and I've only driven it 3,000 miles, really. Like, because I live in the city and everything is so close, so I don't really drive anywhere to put on mileage. So yeah, my car is sounding really good today. And people did say that the cat cleaner does help with the mileage. And it did. Like, I noticed, like, my gas did not go down, and I drove like over 30 miles yesterday, going all around doing errands and stuff. So I will do an update on the cat cleaner if my check engine light does go off, and if I do pass emissions. I'm going to give it some time and see. Maybe I'll use the cat cleaner one more time, because I think it was like spitting out a lot of fumes, so maybe it was really cleaning out. I didn't refill my car yet. I'm gonna wait till it totally starts blinking saying I need gas. Some people have, okay, that's not my car. Some people have said they do that, so I'm going to try to get the most bang out of my buck with this cat cleaner. But yeah, knock on wood, if anything, it's helping me with gas mileage, and hopefully it's doing its job. So we'll see. So I give it a, like this, instead of a thumbs down or thumbs up, we're going like this for that. I'll keep you updated any changes. See you later. Bye-bye.